Awez, and today we're reacting to the most annoying wife ever.
I have severe arachnophobia, which is the irrational fear of spiders. And when I say that, I don't mean like, oh, I don't like bugs, they make me feel icky. No. Okay, I really have that shit. If I see a spider out in public, I will cause a scene. As a matter of fact, there have been multiple times where I've freaked out in public because I saw a spider, and I caused the scene. And you know, a lot of my friends know about this, and they make fun of me for it. You know, everyone thinks it's funny that Sid's afraid of bugs. But either way, the reason that I'm saying all of this is because at the end of the day, most people...
I'm not arachnophobic. I feel his pain. I'm not arachnophobic, but the sight of spiders, bro, I don't know. Maybe I have a trauma. Somebody did something to me as a kid when it comes to spiders. Maybe he threw me in a room full of spiders, or maybe it woke up in my face. I don't know what it did, but every time I see a spider, I don't feel scared, but I don't want to be in the same room as it. I do, like, what all means necessary. To me, a good spider is a dead spider, which is a crazy thing, but that's how it is to me. It's the same thing with mosquitoes too. So something definitely happened. I just don't remember. Maybe I locked it in my brain somewhere. But yeah, just seeing a spider, I don't feel scared. I just don't want it in the same room as me alive. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have arachnophobia, okay? And there's a reason for that. When you really look at it, for the most part, spiders are relatively fucking harmless. And because I am afraid of spiders and my friends aren't, they find it as a reason to make fun of me. But there are two very specific fears that I feel like every single straight man on this planet worries about universally. Like, you can go up to any adult male right now and they will be like, yes, I have worried about this at least once in my life. Which is one, marrying a girl who's absolutely ran through, and two, marrying a girl who's absolutely unbearable. Now, I know what you guys are all thinking, okay? Just don't marry a girl who's ran through or...
In my opinion, I believe two would be my biggest fear when it comes to the two, right? When it comes to the two, it's definitely number two, dogs. Like, I made the wrong choice. And at that point, I probably have kids and I can't really, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even, like, change that without harming the kids. I care about kids, bro. I really do, bro. You know what I'm saying? They are the future. Without them, then there's no point in really caring about anything, to be honest with you, bro. It's like, yo, so what? Let me just do crazy things, bro. But knowing that there's gonna be a generation after us is just something that, for me personally, it's just something that's like, okay, wait, I need to be straight in the head. I need to be focused. I need to be driven. I need to make sure that, hey, yo, whatever, like, job insecurities, money insecurities, food insecurities, all those things that I experienced and am I'm kind of experiencing it right now, just doesn't happen to the future. Whether that's my kids, whether it's my family's kids, my friends' kids, or just people in my country's kids or the world's kids, just don't want them to experience that thing. And I think maybe that's probably one of my drive forces. So yeah, I don't really mess with, like, that's why I don't think I would ever show you all any video where, like, I'm very, like, you know what I'm saying, videos when it comes to somebody hurting kids or something going crazy about kids, bro. I just, yeah, dog. It's not my favorite content. It's not just but yeah, bro, hey, let's carry on.
Unbearable. Here's the thing, it's easier said than done. First of all, the only way to know if a girl is ran through or not is to look in her notes, okay? And if she doesn't have her body count in her notes, you have to hope that one of her closest friends who's close enough to know her real body count is also just a fucking snake and will tell you her real body count for some reason. Second of all, do you think anyone who gets married thinks they're gonna have a divorce eventually? No, okay? When you're getting married, in that moment, you probably think, like, yeah, I'm in love with this person, I want to spend the rest of my life with them. And it isn't until like 20, 30 years down the road where you're like, shit, I don't know if I want to spend the rest of my life with them. And that's the biggest one right there, okay? Your wife can be an ex-fucking whore cooker, who cares, okay? As long as you're happy. But if you're not happy and you gotta divorce your wife, dude, oh God. Like, I don't know about you guys, but being divorced sounds fucking terrible, okay? And I know that's a very obvious thing to say.
Yeah. That's one of my things, bro. It's like, yo, that's how, like, I want to be very careful if I'm ever gonna, like, decide to marry somebody, bro. Just, I want to be very, very careful, and I really want somebody that's, like, you know what I'm saying, that, yo, even if maybe, you know, knock on wood, she can handle the situation and she can handle the family. You know what I'm saying? She can be the what to call it, the matriarchy or something like that of the family that you know what I'm saying? I need a strong woman. I think that's maybe why I'm attracted to very like tough ladies.
Like no shit. But all I'm saying is that divorce is a very real and scary thing, and if you don't marry the right person, that can lead to your reality, and a lot of men tend to be afraid of that. Now, at this point in the video, you're probably wondering, Sadagaskar, why the fuck did you just like trauma dump on us for 2 minutes? Well, the reason that I'm saying all of this is because...
Sorry, I also trauma dump too. I'm gonna stop pausing, guys. I'm gonna stop pausing.
Because,
Yo.
In today's video, we are talking about someone who embodies what it means to be an unbearable wife, but she's still a wife. She's still married to the motherfucker. That motherfucker being the greatest point guard in NBA history, Stephen Curry. But in case some of you guys still don't know who I'm talking about, I would like you guys all to meet Ayasha Curry, or as I like to call her, Steph Curry's only bad shot. Now, considering the fact that Steph Curry is quite literally the greatest shooter of all time, I feel like the name kind of speaks for itself. This chick is fucking unbearable. Despite being married to a literal NBA legend, she still finds a way to be ungrateful, complain, and most importantly, embarrass her husband all over social media. And this has been like an ongoing trend ever since...
In my opinion, guys, when it comes to being ungrateful, it's not really a problem. It's the embarrassing your husband part. It's just like, why are you doing that? That's not your child. That's not your brother. That's not your anything. That's your husband. Why are you doing that?
Since this guy entered the league. For example, about 6 years ago, Ayasha Curry went on a talk show called The Red Table Talk, which was hosted by a transgender light-skinned version of Caillou. Sorry, I mean Jada Smith. And long story short, she basically talked about how, you know, a lot of girls throw themselves at Steph Curry because he's an attractive, tall NBA player, but no guys throw themselves at her. And she's upset about this.
Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention.
By the way, this is a married woman saying this in front of her husband's mom. This is Steph Curry's mom right here. Now listen, okay, I'm a 21-year-old college student. I have no experience or merit when it comes to speaking about marriage. So maybe feeling this kind of way is totally normal, especially when your husband is an NBA player. But even if that was the case, your husband is an NBA player, okay? This is the type of shit that you keep to yourself. Like, do you not have any sort of PR training? In what world does it benefit you, your husband, or your family to go on a talk show and publicly discuss how you crave attention and validation from other men? Like, is that not embarrassing for how does it even benefit you? And the craziest part about all of this is the fact that she doesn't even realize why this is happening. Okay, the reason that no one is throwing themselves at Ayasha Curry is because she's Steph Curry's wife. Okay, no one is going to shoot.
People respect the man. People respect the man. Hey, yo, another thing too though. Like, if you would ever do that to somebody, nah. Let's say I threw my shot out to Ayasha Curry. Do you think Steph Curry fans would let me live? No, let me live my life. Let me live. Bro, I'm not taking that risk, bro. For what? For Nyash? Come on, boys. If I'm even throwing my shots at Ayasha Curry, I'm definitely getting other girls that I'm throwing my shot at. No.
Shot at Steph Curry's wife. Everyone respects him. He's the greatest shooter of all time, which just makes this whole situation even more weird because being married to a guy with that sort of respect and status, that is the end goal for a lot of girls, okay? They want something like that. But then you have Ayasha Curry, who instead of cherishing it, is comparing herself to him. And this is like a common theme that you are going to see throughout this video. She's jealous. Okay, she is jealous of Stephen Curry. She has talked about multiple times how she is a very career-driven person and thought that she would be the breadwinner of her relationship in the future.
He said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like, I thought I was gonna be like the girl out there getting it.
Now, I want to make this very clear. What she said is totally fine. As a matter of fact, having that mindset as a woman like her is very respectable. But, you're still married to an NBA player. You know, what you say goes on the internet, and you are embarrassing him on a fucking podcast. You know, one might think that maybe your lack of thinking when talking about your husband is a result of you having spite or jealousy towards him because he is so successful, getting all this attention, and you are simply just Steph Curry's wife. Now, if Ayesha Curry projecting her jealousy towards her husband in public interviews wasn't enough for you, let's watch the clips of her just blatantly disrespecting her husband, because, she does that too. Now, this next clip I'm gonna show you has already gone viral multiple times for obvious reasons, but basically, Ayesha Curry featured on this talk show called The Real, and for some reason, I don't know why, they just decided to pull a page out of P. Diddy's book and out of nowhere just reveal some random jacked, oiled up black guy. He then walks towards the girls to serve them drinks, and as a response, Ayesha Curry pretends to take her fucking wedding ring off, because that's normal. Why is Alexa going off?
Marcel.
But, yeah, I mean, you guys all saw that. Why'd you do that? That's not respectful to your husband, who you're married to and have kids with. And now, listen, I understand that it's a joke and everything, but it's not even a joke, really. Like, I mean, is that an appropriate joke to make? I don't know. But, either way, believe it or not, the interview still gets worse. I don't even know how to introduce this. Basically, later on in the interview, she just exposes him for having a foot fetish. I'm not joking.
This is gonna turn into a whole other thing, but
What?
my husband really loves my feet.
Oh, I love that.
And so, like, the light was hitting him just right that day. And so I was like, let me just snap this
Look at this girl's face. She's in disbelief.
photo and send him a picture of my feet. So I always say, like, when he says to send nudes, like,
Yeah.
that's what he's getting, a picture of my bare feet. I don't know if he's happy about that, but that's
Okay.
Now listen, okay, I know it's not that deep. I know Steph Curry's career isn't being impacted
Yeah, it's really, it really isn't that deep, I'll be honest with you. In fact, it's kind of really none of our business how she really acts and how she proceeds. It's Steph Curry's business, you know what I'm saying? If Steph Curry's feeling some type of way about it, then hey. But at the same time, though, it's like, as somebody that's like a fan of Steph Curry, me personally, I don't really watch basketball, but I do respect basketball players because of how much work they put in the craft. And to see that somebody that does that much work, bro, still being like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, boys and girls, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter how much hard work you do, how much all those things. Just some people won't see that thing, and you just gotta, yeah, I don't know. You gotta accept it. I'm not sure. Somebody tell me what you think you gotta go do, bro. Cause it's just like, phew. But again, it's really none of our business.
that much because he has a foot fetish, but is this not something that we just keep to ourselves? I mean, that's your husband. Why are you exposing him like this? Like, I didn't even watch the full interview, so I don't know how they got there, but I can't imagine how they did. How the fuck do you start talking about Steph Curry's foot fetish? You're on a TV show. Like, what? Alright, so now that you guys are all caught up on all the stuff that Ayesha Curry has done in the past, now it's time to talk about the reason I'm even making this video. Because that right there, all the shit I was showing you, that was just the prerequisites, okay? Now we're in the main course. Because, like I said before, that shit was a while ago. That was years ago. But a few weeks ago, Ayesha Curry went on the Call Her Daddy podcast. This thing right here, the How to Have Sex podcast. And long story short, she basically talked about how she's not happy with her current situation and needs more attention.
I didn't know that he was gonna end up playing basketball. Like he said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like I thought I was gonna be like the girl out there getting it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
So, yeah, that was terrible. What I don't understand that she's saying is she's acting as if because of her children, they're the reason that she couldn't.
Oh, imagine your mom saying that on just saying that in general, bro. Hey guys, we're creating trauma, guys. We're creating literal trauma. All them kids are gonna go to therapy after that one. All of them kids are going to therapy, bro.
Pursue her dreams. You are married to a millionaire. You are married to Stephen Curry. You can hire the best nanny in the fucking planet. You have family that you can probably just retire and have them look after your kid. There are so many avenues. You have money, okay? And here's the thing, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, she doesn't want her kids to be raised by a nanny. She wants to be with them. Okay. That's the responsibility of having a fucking kid. You what? It was either you choose your dreams or you choose your kids. Okay, and a lot of people, including you, tend to choose their kids. It's a respectable choice, but you're out here complaining because of Steph Curry and his success, and because you're jealous of it. It's as simple as that. She then proceeds to say that Steph Curry will never understand her, despite being her fucking husband.
He tries to resonate with me, but he just can't.
Like, god damn! Did you tell Steph about this?
Alright, bro. This marriage is done, bro. This marriage is done, bro. This marriage is done, bro. You don't even understand each other. Bro, this marriage is done.
She also just says a bunch of other stuff that probably would have been best to just keep in private.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
Like, again, I don't think I need to explain why that is a dumb thing to say when you are married to a global NBA superstar, bro. Now, to give Ayesha Curry some credit, I am going to play like the one valid thing that she did say throughout this entire podcast.
You're Steph Curry's wife. Like,
Yeah.
go sit in the stands and like he makes so much money, just be happy.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel when you hear those comments?
It feels crazy. And actually what you just said, like I recall like sitting there, you said in the stands, a reporter actually literally said on live television, she needs to sit there and look pretty like other people. I think people just don't realize that there is a life outside of where we are now in our adulthood.
Now listen, okay, what she's saying is actually totally valid. I feel like anyone whose spouse is a famous person or very, very wealthy or successful, they all have this sort of feeling to an extent. But here's the issue, okay? She is Steph Curry's wife. He's too big of a figure for her to ever reverse that image, okay? She's connected to someone who is so fucking popular that it doesn't matter what she says or what she does, she's always going to be known as Steph Curry's wife. So the only way to go about it is to, one, practice ways to...
Hey, she could be the first female president. That's what she could do. I think that's the only way where she would stop being called Steph Curry's wife. Be the first female president. Yeah. I mean, even if she figured out cancer, even if she figured out the cure to cancer, people still call her Steph Curry's wife. Steph Curry's wife figured out cancer. Nah, not really though. Figure out cancer, dog. Come on. That's close. Which is a crazy statement, but you gotta understand how how known is Steph Curry, bro. When it comes to just basketball in general, then when it comes to sports in general, bro. Yeah.
Not let it affect you. Make sure your mental health is good. And 2, shut the fuck up. Stop embarrassing your husband on live television, okay? Like, you're married to an NBA player. You signed up for it, all right? There's pros and there's fucking cons. So it's like, is her trying to go on this podcast, her trying to reverse that? Because it's not going to work. That's what I'm basically saying. But the biggest difference between her and just about every other NBA, NFL, and MLB wife is that they know when to shut up. She just yaps and just fucking doesn't know the negative impacts what her words have on her husband. And again, it's not like she's making him lose money. It's not like she's making him lose out on career opportunities. I'm well aware of that, all right? This is basketball we're talking about.
This nigga's ranting, bro. This man is ranting. Hey, I'm just gonna leave it here, bro. He's just gonna keep on ranting and ranting and ranting. In my opinion, bro, I think it's like this. Now, Steph Curry and this whole thing is really none of our business, bro. It's none of our business. Steph Curry, oh my lord, I almost kicked my whole camera. But Steph Curry is a basketball player. We just want to see him play basketball. Respectfully. Respectfully. His wife basically is married to a basketball player. She can do whatever. I know she's even a businesswoman too. I know she has a couple of businesses. So I think this, just because now it's a topic, man, I don't think it should be a topic. I think now, just because it's like this marriage is either like at its lowest point, or it's just the end of the beginning of the end. So hopefully it does work out. Hopefully they find the differences, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we don't need to keep on seeing these type of things. But hey, I don't know. So without further ado, thanks for watching the rest of the video. Thanks for chilling with your own. Comment, like, subscribe. Until next time, been the last one. We out.